The most remarkable thing about the last election was actually Bernie Sanders and not Trump. Noam Chomsky.
Well, Bernie Sanders is an extremely interesting phenomenon. He's a decent, honest person. That's pretty unusual in the political system. Latest polls, about 60% of the population favor it. When Obama put through the Affordable Care Act, there was, you recall, a public option, but that was dropped. It was dropped even though it was supported by about almost two-thirds of the population. You go back earlier, say to the Reagan years, about 70% of the population thought that national health care should be in the Constitution because it's such an obvious right. And in fact, about 40% of the population thought it was in the Constitution, again, because it's such an obvious right. And the same is true on tax policy and others. So we have this phenomenon where someone is taking positions that would have been considered pretty mainstream during the Eisenhower years, that are supported by a large part, often a considerable majority of the population, but he's dismissed as radical and extremist. And if you look at the younger voters, the people who will shape the future, they were overwhelmingly anti-Trump and even more overwhelmingly pro-Sanders. That's we should also bear in mind what a remarkable phenomenon the Sanders campaign was. I mean, here's somebody unknown, came from nowhere. Practically no one in the country knew who he was. He was using words like socialism, which used to be a real curse word. No corporate support, no media support, no support from the wealthy. Everything that has always been crucial to winning elections, mostly we have bought elections, had none of it, and practically took over one of the two major parties. It could have taken it over if it hadn't been for shenanigans you know about.
We have not had a politician like Bernie Sanders in over a century. Let's not waste this moment in history to contribute to transform the United States and the world. Bernie is not taking any money from billionaires and millionaires. He is counting on average people like you. Just contribute $3, $10, or $27 per month till election. Donate on BernieSanders.com. Produced by Immigrants for Democratic Socialism.